the pages, hear the sound of time. Stories weaving words that climb. Whispered tales in a cozy nook. Welcome to the magic of every book. Bookshelf babble, take the stage. Turn the chapter, fill the page. Laughter, wisdom, stories to spare. A podcast world where books are everywhere. From paperbacks to leather spines, mysteries, thrillers, and classic lines. Stories crackle, voices ring. Dive on in, it's a podcast thing. Adventures waiting just one word away. From Austen's romance to Hemingway. Gather round, it's the bookish delight. Unfold the tales under podcast light.
Hello everyone. You're welcome on live session Bookshelf Babble podcast. What we have on platform HelloTalk. If you're not familiar with this platform, it's a platform where people around the world learn English and other languages, and you have ability to start voice room here, and I like to use it to talk about book. And I very often start the voice room that has name "What book are you reading?" where people around the world we talk about book and some topic related with this. If you want to join, just find this voice room and join to our conversation. And we start. Let's go. Okay. Oh, sorry. We go to voice room and start. Let's go and start. Wait, the first people join to us, and I should be mentioned we have a live session on YouTube. Okay, here we go. Okay, we're ready to start conversation, and we just wait people join to us. Okay. I think it's all work correctly. Yeah. Okay. And this time when we wait another people to join us, I maybe should be tell some word about what book I am reading in current moment. If it's all about me, I'm reading the book that has name World War That. On base of this book was made the film, was very popular like several years ago. I think it's just a simple zombie apocalypse book. It's not something special, but the structure of the book is just some kind of compilation of reports from guy who investigate this origin, these viruses. They collect information from different sources from different point of the planet, and I think it's good. A good idea and good structure for this kind of book, to bring like small pieces and combine led to one interesting plot. I enjoyed this book, but I think it's slightly complicated. Complicated English has many words, many little phrases what I should be translate, and all going slightly not very fast. Yeah, it was about my book that I am reading in current moment. Okay. Okay, we just wait. Maybe someone join to us. Okay. Okay, and also I want to tell some words about book that I completed several days ago, and his book has name Fever, Dan Mayer. I think it's very nice book. I like it. I enjoyed this book. The plot is some very typical in fever happening in the world, and more than 95% of people die, and people who survive it's some complicated to find the free time when I possible make this session, especially when I started and very late. Sometimes my children not sleep, and I should be to manage this, and maybe you can hear some voices in the background. Sorry for that. Yeah, because if I try to do this when all people sleep in my flat, maybe it's will happen after midnight. Yeah, and this story. Okay, we just wait when another people join. Some strange, maybe many people voice it's tight. Yeah, maybe I should be start more early. Okay. Okay, I just back to my page on Goodread, and if to go to my profile, okay, some interesting it's the book what I mentioned before. It has very high rating, but okay. I don't know why this book not added to my decided it's my reading challenge for this year. I added Daily Mirror book, and now I complete this 3% from 36, and yeah, it's very nice. Warning that I have 9 book behind schedule. Yeah, I should be move and read more fast if I want to complete this challenge. Yeah, sorry. Okay, back to our HelloTalk, and wait. Yeah, it's I don't know. People don't join to this. To my voice room. And just wait. Maybe someone join. Yeah. Okay. Maybe just back to my challenge and tell some word about it. If you see, it will be nice if you use this application to join and find me and let you make connection. Here in Goodreads is a very nice platform because you can set up a reading goal for a year and just track what book I completed. For this year I set up it set 36 book. I think it's some pretty big number. Yeah, but I will try. I'm not sure, but I will try to complete this. Why I chose the 36? Because first I think about 12 book, just like one book on each month. It sounds very logically, but later I decided to read one book in each month on based on language what I know. In current moment I know, and active use 3 languages: Russian and English, and I decided to read at least one book on each language each month, and as well in 12 multiplies we get in total 36, and this is my goal. Yeah, to be honest, now I am very behind on the schedule, but I believe I can reach the goal. Yeah, I have some several books I started, not completed, in the different languages. I just should be complete them, and this is possible boost me. I will try. Yeah, it's about my challenge. If you have some similar challenge or use Goodreads, it will be nice now what goals you set. Okay. Okay, we just wait. Maybe someone join to us. Yeah, I think sometimes it's happened in HelloTalk on this situation when people not join. I don't know why. Maybe I should be leave and start the voice room again, because I think sometimes happens some kind of problems when voice room not start properly. Yeah, we'll just wait. Maybe when I re-enter, my voice room will be more on top. Unlist all voice room here. No, just wait and check how it will. I should just mention. Okay, now we just wait. Okay. So, yeah, I think because it's very late and yeah, it's almost midnight. It may be one of the reasons why people not join here, because if you correctly remember, yesterday around like 3 or 4 people be on my voice room, but today is nothing and no one join. It sounds very strange. I don't know why it's happened. Yeah. Okay, I'm just planning to do the same stream and live session yesterday. We're back to book what I'm reading now, World War Z. It's some interesting, but I feel slightly, not slightly boring. It's moves some slightly hard. I don't know why. I have one idea why it's happened, because if you compare the book what I read before, Fever, and this book, the World War, it's going some slightly hard, but idea it's very interesting. But I don't know. It's I'm reading some slowly and not so with such interest. In opposite, Fever book I read very fast, especially some last week. I spent 2 nights and read around like 3 hours on each night and cover around like 200 pages, because the plot was very interesting and I'm reading very fast. When I looking for information about this book, I found originally this book was written on African language and just translated later on English. And I think because when this book translated, the translation is more simple than original book. In result of this, vocabulary what translator use is some more simple, because he just try to translate in some main idea. In result, if you talk about language, these 2 books are so very different. One written by American writer and other written in English just by translator. In result of this, second book reading is very, very simple and compare with native written book. Yeah. Okay, hello Hello, you're welcome. Here we talk about books and related topics. If you like it, just raise your hand and I will add you to conversation. It looks some strange because I talk in empty room, but now I'm streaming on YouTube and I just talk about my book what I read and complete. Yeah, but I can just continue talk because I'm streaming on YouTube and I should be talk something. If you don't want to join, you can just write your question and I will answer on it. It's how it's comfortable for you. I just told some word about two books. One I read and one what I am reading now. These two books is very different because one is native written and as a translation on English, and translation is more simple for reading. No worries. It's nice if you are audience present here and listen. I'm very glad to answer the question or just talk about any topics. I'm not sure I completed the book what I mentioned, World War that, because it's going some slowly. Maybe I will switch to another book. Also, in last year, I completed the book that has name 1QA4 by Haruki Murakami, Japanese author. This book has 3 parts, and they later published by 2 different books. One book contained 2 parts, and third book contained 1 part. I completed just 2 first parts. It's around to 800 pages, and I planned to start reading the third part because it was very, very interesting for me, and this book to attract my attention. And in some similar this book what I completed last week, it's translation from Japanese language, and this translation is very simple for reading. I think it's because almost translation should be more simple than native reading on English book. It's shortly about my plan for future reading. Canterville host. Okay, I want to just find some information about this book, Canterville host. Okay, Oscar Wilde. I found it. It's a very I want to tell this because it's classical English, just English or American. I think it's American writer. It's classical native English writer, and I think his language it should be very, very difficult for reading. I have the same experience. I started to read the three men in boat, Kafka, Jerome, and it's really, really hard. Because this book is so very old, and around 150 years ago this book was written, and this contains a lot of some very strange phrases and two words. You just see it and translate, and it all goes very, very slowly. But if you talk about this book, it's a very, very interesting. It's I laugh very often because some joke and some story is very common for current situation too, and I think it's some typical for any time. Yeah. I think it's very nice series of book that has adaptation of some famous novels for different levels. I think it's very nice. You can start from simple and just to increase your level, but sometimes and very often this adaptation is a short rewriting or to restore the main book, and you cannot read this because you don't want to read book in not original. Yeah, sorry for this. Yeah, maybe I should be okay. Thanks for your words. It's one of the reasons why I use this application, because for improve my English skills, but more to improve speaking skills. And also this application is very nice to practice skills for keep conversation, to practice how talk with another people, how make conversation interesting and enjoyable for everyone. But not in today's case when I speak alone, but yeah, I like this application in this case. Yeah, you just continue. In this case, I can recommend one book that inspired me. This book I think is very popular. You without problem can find translation of this book, but to be honest, this is first book what I completely read on English. And the main idea of this book is pretty simple. If you want to reach big goals, you should do a lot small step, but regularly. And habit is very powerful in this case. If you do something but every day, on the long distance you can reach a very good result. And in this case I try to use this application every day. I don't remember when I started, maybe 1.5 years ago, to use this application on a regular basis, but I try to do this every day, at least 25-30 minutes. Okay, just a second, I find information about this book. this book contains some additional like to recommendation how manage habits, but I just like to find some one idea what inspired me. Just small steps lead to big goals. Yeah, and also I try to do some another practice, English practice on a regular basis, like to just 25 minutes reading the book every day. Yeah, I think it's have a good I have a good progress in its impact on like my vocabulary and my skills, and yeah, I recommend it. Try to do the same on a regular basis, especially this application. It's very, very, very useful. Yeah, and also I can suggest if you want try not just join to voice room, but try to create your own voice room and try to keep conversation interesting. Yeah, it's sometimes it's more interesting than just join to the voice room. Okay, I think my time is left for today. I can't like to suggest if you want to be notified about my next voice room, just follow me. Yeah, I try to be here in the same time, maybe 1 plus or minus 1 hour. Yeah, but I try to be here. It's nice that you join and be my co-host here, because it's more nice to talk to someone than talking an empty room. Yeah, thank you for your time and for your question and for your mention too. Yep. Thank for your time and see you next time. Goodbye. Okay, today my session is ended. It was very strange. I just my own alone speech, but sometimes this happens because no one joined. I should be work more on engage people to join my voice room. Yeah, but I'm still here. If you want talk, just join HelloTalk to my voice room. If you enjoyed this live session, just write comments or put the like under this video, and see you next time. Goodbye.
Flip the pages, hear the sound of time. Stories weaving words that climb. Whispered tales in a cozy nook. Welcome to the magic of every book. Bookshelf babble, take the stage. Turn the chapter, fill the page. Laughter, wisdom, stories to spare. A podcast world where books are everywhere. From paperbacks to leather spines, mysteries, thrillers, and classic lines. Stories crackle, voices ring. Dive on in, it's a podcast thing. Adventures waiting just one word away. From Austen's romance to Hemingway. Gather round, it's the bookish delight. Unfold the tales under podcast light. Bookshelf babble, take the stage. Turn the chapter, fill the page. Laughter, wisdom, stories to spare.